Hello everyone, you are watching the channel Incredible Facts. Bombers are in great demand in military aviation. They can be used for different purposes, but their main task is to destroy important enemy targets with bombs or missiles. Today, we will show you the 10 best bombers, among which there are those in service and those that will soon join the ranks of military aviation. Northrop Grumman B2 Spirit. The B2 Spirit is a low-observable, strategic, long-range heavy bomber capable of penetrating sophisticated and dense air defense shields. It is capable of all-altitude attack missions up to 50,000 feet with a range of more than 6,000 nanometers unrefueled and over 10,000 nanometers with one refueling, giving it the ability to fly to any point in the world within hours. The aircraft carries all its weapons internally and is fitted with two separate weapons bays in the center of the aircraft. The B-2 stealth bomber has the capacity to carry up to 40,000 pounds of weapons, including conventional and nuclear weapons, precision-guided munitions, gravity bombs, and a range of maritime weapons. Northrop Grumman has developed a radar-absorbent coating to preserve the B-2 stealth characteristics while drastically reducing maintenance time. Tu-22M. The Tupolev Tu-22M is a supersonic, variable sweep wing, long-range strategic and maritime strike bomber developed by the Tupolev Design Bureau in the 1960s. Significant numbers remain in service with the Russian Air Force. Already feared as a carrier killer during the Cold War because of its Kh-22 missile, the latest iteration of the Tu-22M will not only receive the updated Kh-32, but also a mysterious, brand new hypersonic missile. Recently, a new hypersonic missile was tested on the Tu-22M3. The missile will be part of the armament range of the upgraded Tu-22M3M, along with a number of other latest aviation weapons. The Tupolev Tu-22M can reach speeds above 1,242 miles per hour, 2,000 kilometers an hour, and deliver more than 26,500 pounds of ordnance. Boeing B52 Stratofortress. The B-52 is the U.S. Air Force's long-range, large-payload, multi-role bomber and is known as the Stratofortress. It is the U.S. Air Force's principal strategic nuclear and conventional weapons platform. The B-52 is a very large aircraft with a length of 159 feet 4 inches and takeoff weight of 488,000 pounds. The B-52, with a weapons payload of more than 70,000 pounds, is capable of carrying the most diverse range of weapons of any combat aircraft. The nuclear weapons capacity includes 12 AGM-129 advanced cruise missiles, 20 AGM-86A air-launched cruise missiles, and 8 bombs. The USAF plans to re-engine its B-52 fleet under the Commercial Engine Re-engining Program. Rolls-Royce plans to offer its F-130 engine for the program. The re-engined B-52 fleet is expected to achieve initial operational capability by 2024. Tu-95 MSM. Tu-95 MSM is the Russian first experienced strategic missile carrier, a new modification of the world's fastest turboprop missile carrier aircraft, the Tu-95 MS. Designed to solve combat missions while protecting the country's distant borders. As part of a deep modernization, new systems were installed on the Tu-95 MSM: weapons control, aircraft control, flight and navigation equipment, an onboard communications complex, a radar station, and objective control equipment. The Tu-95 MS and Tu-95 MSM is capable of carrying 6 Kh-55 Granite nuclear-armed long-range cruise missiles, with a range of 1,864 miles, 3,000 kilometers. The missiles are mounted on a catapult launch drum in the bomb bay. Alternatively, the aircraft can carry 14 KH-SD anti-ship missiles, with a range of 372 miles, 600 kilometers, or 8 conventionally armed KH-101 air-launched cruise missiles, which have a range of up to 1,864 miles, 3,000 kilometers. Xion H-6. The Xion H-6 is a strategic bomber in service with the Chinese People's Liberation Army Air Force and is a Chinese variant of the Tupolev Tu-16 bomber. The PLA Navy also operates missile carrier versions of the H-6. The first Chinese-built H-6 bomber entered into service with the Chinese Army Air Force in 1969. The H-6's internal weapon bay can house up to 9,000 kilograms of 250 kilogram to 3,000 kilogram class general-purpose bombs, or a single nuclear bomb. The bomber is also armed with two 23mm cannons and anti-ship air-to-surface missiles. The aircraft has a cruise speed of 495 miles per hour, 796 kilometers an hour, and can travel to a range of approximately 3,728 miles, 6,000 kilometers. The PLAAF received an upgraded H-6 version named H-6K in mid-2013. The advanced versions of H-6 are equipped with new turbofan engines. Tu-160M. The Tu-160M is a strategic bomber called a missile carrier by the Russians, which has been thoroughly modernized. The first experimental Tu-160M was created as part of a large-scale modernization program for strategic and long-range fighter aircraft systems, which is currently being carried out by Tupolev PACDA. The deeply modernized Tupolev Tu-160M bomber successfully made its first flight with new NK-3202 series engines at the aerodrome of the Kazan Aeronautics plant. The flight took place at an altitude of 6,000 meters and lasted 2 hours and 20 minutes. The upgraded bomber features advanced flight and navigation equipment, communications, a new radar, and electronic countermeasures system. The bomber is capable of carrying up to 12 strategic cruise missiles on 2 multi-position rotating launchers inside the fuselage. Rockwell B1B Lancer. The B1B Lancer, also known as the Bone, is the U.S. Air Force long-range strategic bomber developed by Rockwell International, now Boeing Defense and Space Group. The B1B, which became operational in 1986, has the largest internal payload of any current bomber. The B1B is no longer armed with nuclear weapons, but is capable of carrying the AGM-86B air-launched cruise missile and the AGM-69 short-range attack missile. The aircraft has 3 internal weapon bays and 6 external hardpoints under the fuselage. The maximum internal weapons payload is 75,000 pounds, and maximum external weapons payload is 59,000 pounds. The B1B Lancer can fly at a maximum speed of 900 miles per hour, 1,448 kilometers an hour. Its service ceiling is 9,144 meters. The aircraft weighs around 190,000 pounds, and its maximum takeoff weight is 477,000 pounds. Northrop Grumman B-21 Raider. The Northrop Grumman B-21 Raider is an American heavy bomber under development for the United States Air Force by Northrop Grumman. As part of the Long-Range Strike Bomber program, it is to be an advanced, very long-range, large, heavy payload stealth intercontinental strategic bomber for the USAF, able to deliver conventional and thermonuclear weapons. The bomber is expected to enter service by 2026 to 2027. It is to complement existing Rockwell B1 Lancer, Northrop Grumman B2 Spirit, and Boeing B52 Stratofortress bomber fleets in U.S. service, and eventually replace these bombers. Northrop Grumman's contract for engineering and manufacturing development, including the first 5 aircraft, represents a $23.5 billion investment. The production contract could be worth $55 billion for 100 airplanes. PACDA. The Tupolev PACDA is a next-generation stealth strategic bomber being developed by Tupolev for the long-range aviation branch of the Russian Aerospace Forces. The PACDA is set to complement and eventually replace the older Tupolev Tu-95 in Russia's Air Force service. 3 PACDA prototypes are expected to be ready for preliminary testing by April 2023, with the state test to begin in February 2026. The aircraft is expected to enter serial production in 2027. Technical parameters of the PACDA include subsonic speed, 7,456 miles, 12,000 kilometers operational range, and a capability to continuously remain in the air for up to 30 hours while carrying both conventional and nuclear payloads up to 66,140 pounds. The aircraft is expected to have a crew of 4. Xion H-20. The Xion H-20 is a projected subsonic stealth bomber design of the People's Liberation Army Air Force. It is referred to as a strategic project by the People's Liberation Army. The H-20 will be the first dedicated strategic bomber developed by China. The United States expects the H-20 to be able to carry nuclear weapons. The aircraft may enter service around 2025. Chinese military officials want a strategic bomber capable of striking targets beyond the second island chain without aerial refueling, while carrying a payload of at least 22,000 pounds. Aviation researcher Fu Qianxiao stated that China's long-range bomber should have a range of at least 7,456 miles, 12,000 kilometers, and 44,000 pounds of payload capacity. That's all, friends. Thanks for watching. Write in the comments which of the bombers you liked the most. Also, click the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new interesting videos.